We've got three poets and a young poet in the making who's going to do something, what he's going to do. But it's, of course, the 13th today, or 13th of July 2011 at the Uniting Church. And we've got David to begin proceedings with a poem he has just written.
I have, yeah. I've got a couple. Maybe I should read one and then alternate. But so this one is called My Colleen Yalan. That's Irish Gaelic for beautiful girl. So she smiled at me once and it's kept me going for a lifetime. What I wouldn't do for her, if only I could find her again. My Colleen Yalan. But I just can't find her. It's breaking my heart. My Colleen Yalan. My beautiful girl. My life. Actually,
It's like a sonnet.
yeah, like I've just started sort of finding a little bit more about Irish Gaelic, and I kind of knew language is kind of exciting and poetic in of itself because you don't know what the words mean.
No, haven't a clue.
But the sound of the words is kind of intriguing. So yeah, well, okay. Look, I've got maybe one more.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
So this one's called Empathy, and I've been reapplying for ambulance at ACT, and it forced me to reflect on a couple of interesting things that happened to me, and I did notice that in ambulance sometimes there was a bit of a lack of empathy, and so this was a poem I wrote about it, and it is called Empathy. In the hospital service lane, us three in that cabin cold, little lives all of us scared, in that old white ambulance, and I looked at him and he at me, while for that second we shared in a vast cold light some empathy. That I cared was rare enough to notice in this world, a world gone to hell. And it means more to me, that memory, than almost anything, because that's my reason to live and my reason to love.
It's beautiful. I like that bastard empathy.
Yeah.
Because it is not quite the real thing. People, particularly male to male, or young male to old male, there's a certain sort of, not hostility, but a certain distance.
Yeah.
But even so, it's very good. You've got another one there.
I do. This is one that I wrote about my father. So I've been thinking about my family a lot, how much I love them, and so it's called My Father. Looking at an old photo of my father, his hands and his hips, clean and strong, I thought he's not going to be around forever. But I know now my father will always be with me, wherever I go, wherever we go. And when I cry, as I often do these days, because he's there with me, neither judging nor condemning, just there with me in strength and silence as I work it all out. Working through the fears, laughing through these tears.
That's good. Working through fears, laughing through fears. I think that's a good sort of recipe for doing things. Yeah. If you feel sad, there's nothing wrong with crying.
Yeah, well, I had actually.
We all need to have a cry occasionally.
Yeah, I mean, there's a limit, but I actually had a good night that night, and at some point, I was actually laughing through tears.
Yes.
which is kind of pretty funny, It's a good feeling in a certain way. So that's
it's a great feeling to do that anymore.
Yeah, I have one. I've been thinking about names a lot, and for a majority of my life, I kind of avoided the idea of having a child, because I haven't met the right girl, but also because I had a pretty ordinary childhood. I hadn't resolved all these issues, so I didn't want to put any children through the same problems. I've worked through that, and now I want to have a family. I want to meet a girl.
Have a child.
I do.
Yeah.
So this name is about. This poem is about.
That's good.
About family and name. So it's called Christian, and so Christian.
Christian's the name of your child to be.
Well, that's the name of the poem, but it would be, I think, the name of the boy if I could describe the better half that I haven't met yet.
So which you will meet.
Yeah, I hope that. Christian, by a gift of name we change a life. That first and precious thing is the best of us in bright words, by hard lessons learned, that our love carries forward by that simple word, your name.
Got your life planned in a way through your parents.
Yeah, it's kind of aspirations and hope, you know, like hope can be dangerous, but it's also
Oh, you gotta have it.
so
Gotta have
important.
it. Gotta have it.
Yeah, hope, faith and love.
Definitely.
So anyway, I've got a couple more, but I'll leave Sledge with you.
Yeah, no, I think John's got a poem that he's written.
Yeah, I wrote this one. Well, I got asked to perform my poetry at the Night Patrol birthday party
That's a good idea.
in the beginning of August, and there's a chance that you guys might even be able to perform as well.
We'd love to.
Beginning of August.
This is the big slam that
At the
Williams.
Opera.
Ah, yes, William was talking about that.
And well, they've asked me to perform. They asked me to write a poem because I'm actually a volunteer for the Night Patrol.
So this is a poem for three voices.
I don't know yet. Well, I'll just read it.
Yeah, go for it.
Night Patrol, out on the street, St. Vinny's van, coffee, tea, something to eat. Social control, people talk. We're there to help them on their way. Warm their tums, spin a good yarn. Night Patrol, empower the young, the old alike. Homeless, less fortunate, all whoever needs a cuppa. Something to set them on their way. Everybody is welcome. Night Patrol, 7 days a week, 52 weeks of the year. Night Patrol, they are always there.
Beautiful. I like that. That's David might like a response to what you've been through.
I have actually, and I have such, you know, profound respect for poetry that deals with social commentary. It's so valuable because often these people don't have a voice of their own.
No.
Yeah.
This is their communication.
And
The communication's often rather full frontal, rather polite.
yeah, well,
I mean, they take things and they say thank you, which my bourgeois background revolts against.
I mean, these the people that, you know, Sledge's kind of illustrated in the poem, I think have been pushed so far into a
Yeah.
corner that, you know, being civil loses
Yeah.
any kind
Yeah.
of relevance.
True.
And it's well done.
But again, it's the friendliness of the people there, I think, is brought out in that poem, and I'd go along with it because they're. You find, David,
When I drop in, the people are just lovely, and they kind of manage. I don't know quite how they do it, but they engage you on a level that is appropriate for where you are. So if you want to talk about faith, or you want to, or you're just hungry, they manage to do it.
and about well, I got my gloves from Vinny's in Bagley, and I find that they're very humorous, very sort of not threatening. But John, how do you find the Vinny's when you go there?
Awesome.
Oh yeah, they help out.
Awesome.
I used to work at Samaritan House back in 2005.
So awesome.
And yeah, they're good people.
Joe, what do you
And
think?
now that I'm a volunteer, I'm going to maybe
Dad, I'm
trying
to speak.
door and
Okay. Wait a bit. Your turn, son.
Samaritan House again. And there's a few places that there's something like to do.
Yeah, it's a very good idea to.
I was trying to
if you
speak
can.
then, Dad.
Jai has permission to speak, yes, about the Vinnies.
Awesome.
But do you eat there? Do you have a cake or something?
No.
Biscuit?
No.
Sandwich?
Get food passes from them.
You
I
can.
know, get a card.
No.
Get a Vinny
We do
card?
that in Right.
Speak up, we can't hear you.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, but I think some young people go there, some babies go there. I noticed ones with babies.
Do you go there?
I do.
What time is it at?
Oh, it can vary from 8 o'clock to 1 o'clock.
Really?
Yeah, the one I go to.
Whereabouts?
Civic, near the news agent.
What news agent?
It's the Civic News Agency owned by Rupert Murdoch, who's a scoundrel and has never written a poem in his life. So you like that? Yeah, but they are a very, very good. I think John has sort of mentioned it in his poem.
He's just gone to the toilet.
He will be back, I hope. Well, you can speak for him. Did you like your father's poem?
Okay.
Tell us what you thought of your father's poem.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I think we all second that. And
Yeah, I mean, like in terms of, John's got a really good kind of social perspective, and that's something that I'm going to try and move more towards. You know, it's the good thing about a poetry group is that
you
don't sit in isolation and write about one theme. You know,
10 more minutes to go.
evolution, so, yeah.
Well, I think Joe finds it very useful to sit here and listen to the oldies talking.
Yeah.
Boring.
He gives his impressions of this.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's good to have the soundboard of
Yeah.
someone who's maybe
It's like in the Puck in Midsummer Night's Dream, you know, just hopping around,
yeah.
being a bit of a nuisance, but generally being useful to the people. But yeah, I think there's so many things in Canberra. I wanted to move to Adelaide once, but then I thought, well, there's no Jais in Adelaide anymore, and there's certainly no places like this I could go to read poetry. There's like people like you, John and Michael, when he's deciding to come.
Hi.
He finds it probably a bit threatening.
Well,
Because he feels he doesn't write poetry, but of course everybody does in their life.
I don't.
yeah, I think people actually, you don't need to write poetry to be poetic.
No.
I've discovered you can just think poetically.
And speak.
Yeah.
Speak. Yeah, speak as Joe does speak.
Because often, I think the other epiphany I had was that, almost everyone thinks poetically.
Yes, of course.
But only a few people, I think, write poetry.
Yes, that's the sticking point, isn't it?
Because to the poetic observer who writes poetry, really mundane interactions are worthy of poetry. It's just being able to identify them. And really that's the poet's eye probably, is just seeing the beauty in it.
Yeah, and reacting to it in both vocal words. I mean, you could do it with singing as well. And you could do it. Otherwise, if John wants us to take part in this August thing, Jai would help us be taking part too. As a performer.
Yeah.
It's like Puck in Midsummer Night's Dream, aren't you? Bit of a flyer, flying.
Blow into this, it feels like air.
How was Puck spelled?
P-U-C-K.
And his character was like kind of...
It was in The Tempest, wasn't it, Jai? I think he sort of flew around and tickled people.
Right.
Metaphorically. And of course Prospero is the old man like me who's been exiled to the island. Basically takes revenge on his people who's expelled him by doing all sorts of things. It's beautiful. Like Shakespeare's later plays.
Yeah, brilliant.
But I think it's good to be here. John, have you got another poem you'd like to say?
About me.
Oh, there's one here, but I've said this one ages ago, but I'll say it again.
Yes.
Well, this is no longer put to music.
Good.
But I don't know if Dave was actually coming when I did this one. Called Hot and Cold. On a Friday night out on Greenma, the old soup lady stands, thick-skinned with strange accents. She feeds the hungry, the homeless. It doesn't cost a dime too, the best in the land. Hot and cold. The groups gather, sometimes there's a band. Young and old together, standing, sitting, bearing the weather. Soup lady, soup kitchen, soup Nazi. Use the tongs, not your hands, she warned. Listening, laughing, larking about. We all stand proud. We take our fill of food provided. We make the sound. It's heard all about.
Naughty
around.
boys.
We gather. It's Friday night. Out on Garima, under the Asia sky.
I think it's the sort of thing.
We'll be back in a sec.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think again, part of what we're doing, I don't know whether this isn't recorded now, but I mean, is that you get different people coming in.
Hello.
I think I find it a little intimidating. It's a bit formal. It's a bit sort of, and breaking away from it. You know, I can take part in it if I need to, and I don't feel that I'm easy. It's a bit like research.
It is, yeah. With you mean the format that we have. Yeah.
That John, the page, check page.
Oh, right. Well, Poetry of the Gods, that was the first time I went, and I loved it.
Peace.
Because poetry
Peace, dude.
is so important to me now. You know, when if anyone asks me for evidence of God, my answer is going to be love, nature, and poetry.
Yeah.
That's how important it is to me. And poetry, I think.
The format, okay.
Yeah, well, it was, you know, I enjoyed Jeff's kind of very casual approach to it, and they had half-time intonation, which was important, and you know, it was well organised, you know, the tables, and exactly the right amount. For me, relatively short kind of, tolerance for extended dialogue.
Jeff's a really good poet. If you heard him on the ABC, or just doing a review.
You can start poetry again now.
He knows the.
You can start speaking poetry now.
He knows the way, sort of, the words to use when you criticise a poem, the dactyls and
Technical kind
the technical words. He knows them backwards, and he taught the words at the grammar school. And I think he's very good. He's a very good professional, but he can mix it. With lots of words. John, you have one there?
So?
You have another? Yeah.
No.
That
Okay.
was good. I think the got.
Do you have a poll?
I do indeed. Yeah. Well, I'd just like to get other people talking rather than hearing the sound of my voice all the time. But the spirit of those meetings I find good, but I do find it's a bit random after
Alright.
the group of people.
You go back in front of you again, mate, that's okay.
Small groups like this, I mean, we can get Jay coming here and singing and dancing and talking about, and it doesn't really interfere with the general flow of things.
Sing it, bitch.
Jay sort of gets into the spirit of it, I think, in his own way. And in fact,
Where's
the
my-
three of us, a young person.
I've been reading about a book called Manhood, which has been really kind of illuminating for me, because I've kind of had responsibility most of my life, and what's nice about having Jai here is that, you know, as he grows up, you know, it's going to be nice for him to have both.
Yeah. He can remember this and write about it and write his memoir. He gets old like me. But he's very lively and
Joy.
certainly got a poetic personality. Yes, I do have a poem, Joe. I'll read it to you. Do you want a copy, Joe?
Yes, please.
If you could just
Slide it on the floor.
It's a bit scary, you're tickled.
No, it's William, not Bill.
Eh?
It's William.
Well, it's Uncle Bill.
Like Uncle William.
Well, there you go. Anyway, it's called The Community Bit. And it's again after the big assembly was taken over by the Assembly, and no friend of the Assembly, so I gave them a few kicks. But at the end, I looked at the heritage, the Griffin heritage, and brought Marion and the other bloke in. Waller, she used to call it. Waller! Come here, Waller, she used to say, and he would jump.
Are you speaking now?
I
Where are we up to?
am. We haven't read the formal poem, I'm just giving a few.
Giving the bill spirit.
You're giving the bills. Here it goes.
Body reform.
It's called the community bit. Local government in Canberra is as mixed as it can get, widely covered in the media and full on through the net. Community oft scorns it with the Assembly won't align, as it wasn't voted in but Hawke railroaded fast in '89. The Assembly's cash restricted, as most taxes with the feds. Developer assistance gives Canberra a bad case of this. Should be spread. Anyway, never mind. While helping population with the people moving in from Melbourne's criminality and Sydney's spreading sin. The dreams of Walter Griffin and of Marion his spouse, of an urban eco-state communal spreading grace and good, is dead as Griffin's coffin nails to many, yet to a few as mouse, the Griffins and the Curries' dreams seem more real than wholesome food.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It could be read a little bit better.
Yeah.
There's one line Thank you, Joe. Thank you. Elders.
And that actually just reminds me of something. Geordie, is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's telling me that, you know how last year they did that art exhibition and they had poetry?
Sure.
The thing of doing it this year, but actually performing the poetry.
That's a much better idea. Yeah.
And said it'll be in about around October, so she told me to.
Oh, good. Well,
bring it up.
we can practice for that.
Yeah.
And
So we can all
all present a poem.
So we can
Yeah,
perform.
I'll do it. Because I think performing.
Then I can even bring the synthesizer.
Well, you could bring your synthesizer and record the whole
Okay.
thing. You're much better at it, John, than I am.
I'm better.
Yes, you're pretty good too.
You're a good performer.
He's a good performer. Yeah, we know he's there. Yeah, and no mistake about the fact that Joe's there. But there are some lines widely covered in the media and full on through the net. That's okay. Community outscorns it with the Assembly. I don't know, that's just silly. I don't know what it's about, but I did it quickly.
That's all good. That's
7
how poetry
minutes
should
to
be
go.
done.
Oh, yeah.
It's straight
That's
from the
right,
heart,
community.
that way.
Yes, it does. Community often scorns it with the Assembly and with the Assembly not aligning.
Because when you keep working on it and changing it,
Yeah, it has to be.
It loses the
6
feeling.
minutes to
Yeah.
go.
Then you're trying to make
Yeah, you got to sort of make it better. That's the only line I don't like. The rest of them,
Because you
yeah,
think too much, Bill.
yeah, think and thunk as they
6
say.
minutes
You've got
to
to not think
go.
about it so much and just do it.
They do it. Well, I did this morning. I did this, but I
6
clunked.
minutes to go.
I think, as Joe would realise, I clunked one or two of the lines and voted in. He said the
6
community
minutes.
often scorns it, and
Because you're an old school poet, right?
yeah, no,
And
fella.
in the new age of poetry and that, it's more from the heart.
Oh well, this is
You
from the
just
heart.
do it.
No, this is
And then I know it's from the heart, but what I'm
the wrong
saying,
did.
but what I'm saying is, you dwell on it
Yeah, oh, it
and
does.
dwell on
yeah,
it
yeah.
and dwell on it. And
Well, you've got to recite it.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
yes.
you're in the old school of poetry, whereas I'm
The
more
young
of the
people.
new school where it's
I
And
anything
David.
goes and we just do it.
Well, John told me
That's
a
true.
month ago to write from the heart, and I kind of been trying it. And last week I've written more good poetry than I've almost ever written, just
Yeah.
by and that's good advice.
It's very good advice. But you can write it right from the heart. But look, John, there is a need for some of us oldies to write from the head too.
Yeah, okay.
Because you want it, you get like the old prophets in the Bible, running around naked in the desert with the hair all over the place if you've got it. And screaming and shouting like Ezekiel and people like that.
Oh, you're talking about William, the mad professor.
Yes. Yeah, well, this is right. I mean, there is a need for this sort of thing.
Yeah.
But one of the good things about doing it, when you're reciting it, is you're aware of plenty of things that you weren't when you're writing. Because when you write it, you've got the English language and all its glory before you, and you want to spread it out so that Jai learns the English, the beauties of the English language. And
one of the things that I do now that John's helped me kind of evolve a little bit in my writing, which is just wonderful. You know, I love now writing from the heart. It's only just a new tool
new
that I've
experience.
discovered. But the thing about it that I like about your kind of the way that you approach it is that now I have a choice to write from the heart and then refine it a bit. Before I didn't have that choice.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
yeah, this is
Because sometimes I do it just like you said from the heart, and then I'll tweak a bit here and there. Yeah,
Tweak it.
to be honest, yeah, I do sometimes. Not all the time.
No, it's a good.
But sometimes I tweak it. Yeah.
No, that's good.
Because then when you go over and then you do things. Oh, that sounds better.
But there's performance poetry and read poetry, isn't there? And oldies like me who read books.
Well, my performance poetry is still read because it's hard for me to remember the size of the words here and there anyway.
But you know, this is where the lyrics come in. And the
Yeah.
music can.
But I still have to have the words in front
The
of
words are
me.
there, but you can add the music. I doubt whether music could be put to this. I don't think it would go very well. I mean, people like at Jai's age, for instance, listen to music a lot more than words.
4 minutes to go.
Because you can really only put music to the poetry if there's the flow with
Yeah,
the flow in it.
yeah.
Not just poetry, because there's some poetry that you just can't put to music.
No, that's true.
Because there isn't a flow.
10, 9,
It's,
8, 7.
But it's still
6.
poetry.
It's still, and I
It's
think
still
Five,
good poetry.
four,
the intention there,
There's,
whether
there's
Four,
poetry and
3,
there's
2,
performance.
1.
yeah. This
Goodbye.
I think would be read in
Yeah,
the audience,
yeah.
and people take it or leave it. Some might think it's too political.
Pack it or
people
leave
would
it.
think that.
Others would say
And I'm probably one of the ones that think it's a
bit too bullshit.
But it's all good.
Yeah.
We still got to have the politics because we are in the nation's capital. aren't we?
Yes, good God, yes.
So we
But
have to have
this
a
is
bit
the
of
other
politics
thing.
around
This you can probably feel it, but I think Canberra is a bit of a put. It's put on.
Yeah.
I mean, thank you,
till
Joe.
you make it.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Joe. Thank you very much. So, very appreciative audience over there. Yeah, and here, of course.
Woo!
But yeah, well, there you go, folk. I mean, this is the way.
Okay, time to go. Bye.
No, not far from that. We've got another half hour, I think, haven't we?
Yeah, something like that.
Or 20 minutes, anyway.
What are we gonna do?
Well, we have lots of poems here.
Well,
Over to John.
I don't have any more poetry. I got
You got one?
I got
two?
one more.
Yeah, go for it. I've got hundreds.
I haven't written anything today and I'm just not in that mood.
You've been too busy.
Yeah, I worked yesterday. Last night.
Yeah, that's right. I forget
That thing that's down in by the carousel,
Oh, yeah.
I set that up last night.
Yeah.
Have you seen
That's a
those-
big, it's a big
those,
job.
Those pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we set all
big
that
job.
up last night.
And this is near the skating rink.
No, not the skating rink, right down by the carousel.
Yeah.
It's just these kind of fenced off things and grey walls and then
Yeah,
just a couple of paintings.
why are they doing that?
I don't know. All I know is I had to set it up.
They got paid for it,
I don't find out why I have to do things. I just do it because I get paid to do it.
I must go and have a look at it. Over to you.
Okay. So I've got one called Soulmates. Like a friend of mine got me a little email yesterday. She said that like when she caught up with a friend of hers, it was like time, hadn't really passed, so because she was a soulmate.
Another 20 minutes to go.
So this poem's called Soulmates. I miss her now more and more every day. That I know now. They'll not keep us apart. One day soon, another life. I'll
Orange
hold on
juice.
to her hand. She'll be my wife. That this love is that love that love is this strong that it can hold on for that long. So it's,
No, that's good.
I didn't
Because
really.
you're doing your rolling words there, aren't you?
Yeah, I sort of wrote it down pretty quickly. So
That's okay. That's a sort of a rhyming, rolling
yeah,
line. I think that's fine.
yeah. But that's it for me.
Because you're thinking, and you're thinking probably as you're going to sleep.
Yeah, it was. I think I wrote that fairly late, but look, you know, it's not too bad.
It's valid poetry, yeah. And it's more, it's more direct than some poets sit areas.
Someone had said to me that you have to be prolific. You know,
Yes,
and-
keep writing. Yeah, definitely.
Open up, Jesus.
But I think they won't let you into the church. I think.
No, Jesus lives in there. Open up, Jesus.
No, they won't let you in. But no, I think the spirit is there. The
I know
name.
about that lockdown of the church.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, Joe, do you think that'll make a good poem? Locked out the church.
Oh! Michael Jackson.
Would you like to write it? Huh?
Locked out of the church, can't get in.
Can't get in. Dear
Left
oh
in the
me,
lurch.
I want to confess my sin.
Yeah, something about sin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been a naughty boy, and I must not say oi oi.
Oi, oi, oi.
Oh.
And I throw my hat in the air in my despair at not getting into the church and breathing the churchy air. How's that? Do you like to write a poem like that?
Poetry in motion.
Poetry in motion. My name is Jai. My hat hits the sky. I don't want to die yet. I'm too young. But I hope I won't get hung. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yes, they've locked the doors on us. I suppose that's a hint that we need here. I don't quite know. I presume that's the way it's done. But we can still.
Well, maybe they were a bit offended by my.
Yeah, because she had the devil's mask on, didn't she? The death mask.
Oh, it was a skeleton mask.
Yeah, it's just. But you're reciting Christian poetry, so there was a sort of.
Okay, Joy.
Jai wasn't there last week, were you?
Yes, I was.
Oh, you won't.
Yeah. Was it good? It was awesome.
Seen it on YouTube.
Oh, I see. This is another one. Would you like me to recite it to you? Okay, you be a good boy. It's called Gloria Jean, Where Are You? Gloria Jean's coffee. It's full hot and brimming stomach, rare. Not Hillsong linked, but hurt by I think I've read this. Borders books gone poor. As lawsuits hit boss Sele, who's a bad man, he's looking after Gloria Jean. Same as Joe's looking after my hair. I savour crunchy spice. Bags recycled. And I'm told, on the bag that is, the old bag.
That's right.
But Mr. Grandma had told to ditch it after use with care. Quite.
Did you get that from Sasha this
I
weekend?
got this from Sister Sasha of the Cross, yes. The
Yeah,
cup's
that
not
means
from
Joy's grandma made
three.
it.
My grandma made that.
Yeah, well, good on you. Oh, this is the grandma hat, is it?
Yeah, she makes
Ah,
them
well, that's
little
even
fish
better.
for the home.
Yeah, well, that's good. She's don't destroy me.
Look at his bald hair, everybody.
Here you go. I'll save my bald head. I don't lose my head. Bag. Oh, etc. The cup's not from tree fibres cut by sharp chainsaw. My coffee's rainforest certified. Perhaps I should be nice. There goes.
That's my favourite Bill Tully poem.
Yeah, you like that one.
Yeah,
don't you?
I've stuck it up on the wall at home.
It's rather different. Jai, I think I can sense your presence.
Stop pushing buttons,
Yeah,
son.
yeah. Don't attack my face, please. My hair. Oh, Jai, go away. You're a good little boy, but sometimes.
Jai.
What are we going to do with him, John? Well, how do you control him? Stop that. Get it right. This is your grandmother's hat. Don't destroy your grandmother's hat.
Can I have that?
No, you can't.
No, it's not your grandmother's now, it's Uncle Bill's.
Uncle Bill's put it on his head to keep me warm. Go away. Go away, you little brat. No. Come on, stop it.
Hey Jai, calm down please.
Just look after your helmet.
Jai, I don't want to have to start counting, mate.
1, 2.
You know what happens when I get to 3, mate?
Buckle my shoe.
Everyone on YouTube will see it.
Okay.
Yes, they will. You're on public view. You're a real little, what's the word? Tear away? I think that's the right word. So don't perform. What do you like at school? You're not like this at school.
Oh, he's worse than this.
Is he? Get detention.
Oh, he gets kicked out of school.
Does he?
Don't tell everyone.
Yeah, well, you start behaving
You didn't
yourself.
hear that, anyone.
You start behaving
You
yourself,
didn't
right?
hear anything.
Now you've got to behave yourself at school or else you can't go to university.
I'm not going.
If you don't go to university, you suffer.
Did you go to university? Did you?
No,
You will, you maybe.
I went to CIT.
The School of Hard Knocks, like.
Yes, just as looking English.
Yeah, I went to the School of Hard Knocks, mate.
Well, that's important.
Oh,
But I think poetry for people who don't like poetry is what poetry's all about.
oh.
Yeah.
So they can get sort of, used to the rhythm of poetry.
Yeah.
The flow and air, but
Everybody.
Yeah.
pretty important.
I'm glad you said flow and ebb and flow.
Yeah.
No, that's better that one. It's a bit too cliche.
Well, it's a bit odd. Obviously.
That was a good reading, you know. Like, I really look forward to next week too, because
Yeah, we'll be here, and I think Jai will be here too.
No, he won't be here.
His spirit will be here.
He'll be with his mother.
Well, everybody who's watched this YouTube can have, will have seen poetry in action in more ways than one. I think,
Everyone come.
yeah, everyone come. Jai won't be here next week. This is his farewell. But he will be here in spirit. We'll remember him. And it was done, of course, on the 13th of July, 2011, and Grace of the Uniting Church. We're not in the church now, we're sort of at the church door. We're waiting by the
And
church.
from the chapel.
The chapel, just so, and we can still get in.
Oh, if we walk around there, we probably forgot.
Courtesy of the Uniting Church, who have been very
I think
good.
we'd have to go out to the cold.
Now we've got to almost go out, take Jai out into the cold, wherever he is.
I was talking to his mum on the phone.
Oh, I see, yes.
Where is Mum? She, like in Australia or in New Zealand?
Canberra.
Oh, good.
She's a Canberra mum. Was she at the thing over there? Yeah, well, I suppose everybody needs a mother. Your mother's still alive?
I mean,
Yeah, yeah, she's-
it starts at 11.
Don't appreciate them when you're young. When you're Jai's age.
Yeah, my mum and dad are in England.
Oh, right, so they're
They
in
flew out
English.
last Tuesday, I think. Gone for 6 weeks.
The holiday.
Oh, that's where all their family are. They do family history and all that.
Oh,
They go out and stuff there.
they're based in New Zealand.
Wow.
No, they're from England.
Yeah, but are they based in New Zealand?
No, they live here in Canberra.
Oh, okay. So you got
That's the reason I'm in Canberra. My family live in
That's so funny, man.
So Jai has his grandparents as well as his parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, well that's a good sense to do.
It's the only reason we're in Canberra, bud. Family.
Good to have a family.
Well, that's good. That's good to have an arrangement.
Whereas I would be here.
escaping.
Be into a rock and roll place somewhere.
Yeah.
Rocking and
For what?
rolling. Yeah. Yes, well, I've been escaping from my family.
Okay, bye.
When I was 16. I see them occasionally. But
Yeah,
there's
well,
only one lot left.
Because I was in New Zealand for over 10 years by myself, and then I come over here to see.
I don't feel good, I feel dizzy.
Yes, it's a bit busy.
Oh.
I think there's somebody coming in to help you. There's a man coming in to help you.
Well,
But you can't get out that way.
Yeah, well,
Really locked in.
well, go down to the bottom, son. Unlock it.
There's a man wanting to come in. No, I think it's. How's it going here?
Oh, well, that's right.
So I think
That'll do it.
there's a man coming down soon, Joe.
okay, thanks, John.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay, mate.
Okay,
Thank you very much
peace.
For your patience and hesitation.
Peace.
And have a good time at school, Joe.